And if we can convince you, oh, this is so good. We're going to say it in two different ways. We've been saying to all of you for a while that when you want something enough, it almost doesn't matter what you believe about it, if your desire is strong enough. And so in this situation, what we want to say is that your opinion about what's going on is like a belief. A belief is just a thought you continue to think. But an intention can be entirely different and can become more present, more often, more dominant, and therefore more influential to the outcome. We want to find a way of saying nothing is just happening to you. And everything that is happening to you or to anybody else is because you are inviting it through thought. And you've just got to accept that. When you say, well, I invited it through thought, but I didn't know I was inviting it through thought, that's why it got big enough that you now know that you're inviting it through thought. So never mind trying to justify, well, I didn't invite it, and I didn't invite it, and I didn't invite it. And the snarky Abraham that knows how law of attraction works wants to say, then how do you think it got there? In other words, nothing comes uninvited, and that's hard to hear. But as somebody said earlier, we will never say you didn't create it, but we're willing to say you didn't do it on purpose. Most people do not give that much awareness or consideration to their own negative emotion. Most people ignore their guidance system because it's normal to feel a little unhappy or to be a little worried. Everybody sort of is. And so you just don't think very much about it, even though every time you feel negative emotion, you are blocking a desire from coming about, a desire that your inner being is full steam ahead on. Full steam ahead on. Think about what that means. When you put it over there, and your inner being gets focused upon it, and the cooperative components get gathered, there's energy flowing toward your desire. And if you're not going with it, there's a tug of war going on within you, which equals every disease known to man. That's what it is all about. It is about denying the natural flow of the energy. Now, you want to say, well, inner being, you're not being that helpful. Maybe you could let up a little bit. Because if you weren't going toward what I said I wanted, then me not going there wouldn't be causing me a problem. Well, that is a human way of thinking about things, isn't it? But your inner being knows who you are and what you want and what the possibilities are. Your inner being knows that your body is trillions of cells of intelligence that are offering a vibration, that are, if you allow it, in sync with that broader perspective. And so your inner being is transmitting to all of the cells of your body every moment of every day, transmitting and eliciting from them the cooperation that is required in order for you to live the way you want to live. And if it weren't for those stubborn opinions that you've picked up along your way, that you keep being so sure that they are right that you're willing to sacrifice your alignment for them. This is a powerful statement that we're making here. I'm so sure that I'm right that I'm going to ignore finding something that feels better. Because why? Because why, friends? Because I've been taught as a human that it's right to sacrifice and it's normal to feel bad and the struggle is important. So you've picked up things that are not in alignment with the way the laws of the universe work, and you're proving to yourself how the laws of the universe do work. So why not lighten up on yourself and give yourself a chance to let your inner being have a clear conversation with the cells of your body? Some years ago, Jerry and Esther were at the original macaroni grill, the original one. It was funny to her. It was an old dance hall that they converted, and then years later they built old dance halls all over the nation to mimic this macaroni grill. And Esther thought, you're not doing what you think you're doing. This was just an old dance hall, and now they're everywhere. So they were sitting at this macaroni grill with the butcher paper across the table and crayons for kids to draw on. Esther and Jerry both always drew pictures at lunch. And Esther had a to-do list that was really a long list. She'd been carrying the same list around for a long time and never came to the end of it. And she was overwhelmed, and she was complaining to Jerry about being overwhelmed. And they were off in a corner. It was almost the end of the lunchtime, hardly anybody else in the restaurant. And Jerry said, well, let's ask Abraham about your overwhelmment. And we said to Esther, Draw a line down the center of this placemat. And on the left side, write, just pick the things that you are going to do today. Not the things that you've been saying you're going to do, but the things that you are going to do today. And just write them there on the left side. And then put everything else on your list on what we are calling the universe's side of the placemat. So Esther began transferring from her notebook this long list. And this is the part we really want you to hear. With each note that she moved, that she delegated to the universe, she felt relief. She felt freer about it. She felt freer about it. And that day, she got her things done. She only picked a few. But the universe got way more done. People that she'd been trying to reach called her. Things resolved themselves. Something came in the mail and all kinds of things. It was uncanny how well the universe did with her list. And it hadn't been doing that well until she gave it with relief. So here's what we're getting at. As we've been teaching this process to you, sometimes you think that we are encouraging you to just boss the universe around. Take care of that and take care of that and take care of that. You know what to do, take care of that. But that's not the feeling of this. It's the taking it off your list. It's the taking something that you don't know what to do about. Do I need surgery? Do I need to eat differently? Do I need some sort of medicine? Do I need some sort of therapy? It takes all that confusion away. All those things that you've been considering that you can't decide what's the right way to go. What's the right and what's the wrong approach to this, because everybody's got a different idea about it. It takes that out of the equation when you delegate it to the universe. It's not giving up the desire of it. It's giving up the resistance that's within the desire of it. Can you hear that? Giving up the resistance that's within your desires. It's like wanting to make more money, but I don't really want to work long hours, and I really don't want to work for that guy. He'd pay me more, but I never liked that, and I don't want to do that. In other words, you've got all this resistance that is just not necessary to have activated. And what most of our human friends have not yet come to really get from us is that you get to choose. You get to say what you want. You get to say what you want. In fact, you've been saying it. You've been saying it. Every time you knew something that you didn't want, you were saying what you did want. And your loving, demonstrative, capable inner being has been attracting on your behalf from first launch, second launch, third launch. In other words, the cooperative components that have been gathered, it's ready to sprout and stick its head above the soil. We love you so much. It's so fun to be human, isn't it? You like those moments when what you really want bursts onto the scene. The lover shows up and says, "Here I am, take me." The money's in your bank account. In other words, you like those manifestational moments, and you like them so much that you're just mad in every moment that they're not happening. Mad at yourself, mad at somebody else, just irritated. And you got to get over that, because that irritation is your indicator that you're not in sync with what you're asking for. You just got to lighten up. You just got to make a smaller deal out of things you've been making big deals about. Talk less with fewer people about things that you're all in controversy about. Mostly you want the same things. You want to feel good, and you want to feel love, and you want to be of value to others, and you want others to be of value to each other and to you. There's not that many things that you have in controversy, but you're so defensive because manifestations aren't happening to you, and confused about why they're not happening. I must not be worthy, or born under the right star, or born to the right parents, or I should have gone to school. I should have got that degree instead of that one. You're spending so much time defining what is and trying to figure out why what is isn't better, when what is not what we're talking about anymore. It's what vibrationally is. It's what was, and some of what is has created that your inner being is all over, and you just want to get in sync with that is, with that now, with that abundance, with that recovery, with that balance, with that clarity, with that well-being. It's all there for you, and your inner being is broadcasting it. But when you're focused on the opposite of it, law of attraction is not an unfair arbitrator. The law of attraction doesn't say, well, let's just give him a break. Let's make him the exception in this case. It's not like that at all. There's not a thinker that is holding or withholding, giving or withholding anything. It's these natural laws of the universe that you've got to get in sync with. And your inner being is in sync with them. And when you're not, then you're complaining or your discord or your worry about whatever.